Sounds good.
We want to welcome our viewers from around the world. This is Legacy, your one-on-one talk show with Amaka Beké. With us on the show today is Mr. Afam Ene, President, Enugu State Association, Canada. Mr. Afam Ene, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Please tell our viewers who you are and where you
live. As you've already mentioned, my name in its full form is Afam Ene. I live in Canada, specifically in Ontario and in Brampton, Ontario.
You're welcome, sir.
Nice to be here.
How is Brampton today?
Not bad. The skies were clear, but the temperature wasn't all that warm.
Oh.
So we're still not in spring temperature yet.
Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Afam, and what's your Nigerian heritage? What do you identify as?
I'm from all parts of Nigeria. You know, I was born in Warri. I was, lived in Lagos, but I am an Igbo man by all definition. I hail from Udi, local government in Enugu State. So I am from that eastern region of Nigeria, Biafra, whatever name we call it, Wawa.
Yes, I like that.
Wow, from the eastern region, for sure, yes.
You're welcome, sir.
My pleasure.
Mr. Ene, what makes you a true super ego, NaijaBest, giant of Africa?
You know, I think it would vary from individual to individual. It could be a matter of what I think I have contributed. It could also be a reflection of my expectations of being a Nigerian. But what I bring to the table is my sense of decency, the ability to tell right from wrong.
Profound.
And to also ensure fair and equal treatment of others. Those are the key virtues that I hold dear to myself. And these are the principles that inform who I am, how I conduct myself, and how I relate to others and the world.
Beautiful. So how do you describe Afam Ene in one word?
Benevolent.
Oh, that is amazing. That's a really beautiful trait.
Thank you.
One. How have you embraced the Canadian culture, Mr. Ene?
Canadian culture, there's really nothing unique about it, except that Canadian culture is a culture that everybody wishes to embody, wishes to practice, wants to make a part of their life. I guess it's only unique because the practice of that life or those principles happen within the boundary called Canada. But these are cultures that you can also practice in other places of the world where that opportunity presents itself. Openness, diversity, fair treatment, those are things that you could say are foundational to what Canada is about. So from that perspective, it is welcoming. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I hope in more than one way, I do contribute to the continuity of that culture.
Excellent. So how have you integrated the Canadian culture with the Nigerian cultures you hold dear?
The foundations of my culture as a Nigerian, as an Igbo man, are also founded on those principles. You know, we could say, you know, our culture is not open. I will have an argument about that. To the contrary, our culture is open, is a matter of interpretation. Our culture is founded on fairness, equity, taking other people along.
I agree.
Because the expectation in my culture is as you do well, you take others along with you. And as you care for others, they in turn care about you. So it's been an easy blending for me when I look at those principles and how the intersection of those principles, be it Canadian or Nigerian or Wawa or Igbo.
Yeah. Awesome. Is there a particular Nigerian / Igbo tradition you still practice while living in Canada?
Our ways of life, it's not like an outfit. It's not like a dress that you can just take off and hang in a closet. There are little things that remind me of who I am that I practice every day. You know, be it food, you know, when we're so removed from home, food becomes the most obvious connection that we have to our cultural identity.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, when I'm in the presence of my elders, my kids, my community members, those principles come to life, you know. So the way we respect elders is critical, and I make sure I do that in my everyday activities.
Wow.
And I also extend it to the ones that are younger, because what you give is what you get.
Yes. What would you say is the most challenges facing Nigerians in diaspora?
I think there's far too many. But
we've got the most challenges.
We've got a long way to go, but it doesn't make it insurmountable. We just have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I think our biggest challenge as people in diaspora is that for whatever reason, we lose the ability to apply the solutions that we've come across by virtue of the opportunity to be here, to apply those know-how to the problems that are back home. So I think that we get educated, we get so much knowledge, but when it comes to the application of that knowledge to the fundamental issues that face us as Nigerians, we seem to lose track of that.
That is sad.
We lose track of that, and until we begin to learn and take what is much more applicable to our concepts, to our ideas, then our culture will evolve. There's tendency for us not to want our culture to evolve.
Yeah.
And that creates problems in all societies. If you're going to bury your sand in the head,
yeah,
it becomes a difficult task to get the sands out of your eyes.
So how could this, if there's any solutions you could proffer, could these problems be contained?
I think it's we have to have a mindset that is conducive to learning, that adapts to learning, that adapts to growth, that adapts to challenges.
Mm.
And most importantly, that is open to change.
Mm.
Because the only thing that is constant is change. If we don't want to change the things we know are not working well, we are doomed to be repeating the same mistakes for eternity. So that's what I think is central to us making a difference, not just here, but also back home, because the change starts with you.
Mm. And then you're bringing it back home and you're using it to impact lives.
Yeah.
Yes, true. What is Afam known for?
It's hard for me to talk of what people think of me.
You should know. You could guess.
Well, you know, it's always difficult to know what people think of you because it's a double-edged sword.
Mm.
If you rely on what you hear, some of them are questionable.
Yeah.
If you rely completely on what you think of yourself and what you bring, you become conceited.
Mm.
So you have to look at yourself from a 360-degree lens. You know, I measure myself by the way I can empathize to what other people are experiencing and to also be in a position to make changes to those experiences.
Mm.
Because as I do anything for anybody, my expectation is always that they be of the same kind to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I view myself as somebody that likes to make a difference. I don't like the limelight. I like to be behind the front line as changes are made because I don't like the notoriety. But I believe that, you know, when I have the opportunity to lead and make a difference, that I try to take as many people as possible along with me on that journey.
Yeah.
And make it as inclusive as possible.
Could you tell us a story of or a scenario of a time you paid it forward?
You know, there's my life is full of that in the sense that you take chances with people.
Yes.
Give people an opportunity.
That's a risky trade, but
Yes,
it could be worth it in the end.
I think for the most part it is. You know, it averages out to be on the positive side of things because I do believe strongly that I would rather give somebody the opportunity to prove me wrong. In the sense that I would be open-minded, but you will give me the reasons to close that mind.
Yep.
So that's my approach to life, that I will be open and welcoming. And
until you prove me otherwise.
Yeah, I will become restrictive based on how that overture is reciprocated.
Reciprocated, yeah. Wow. That is awesome. Proud of you. Do you have a favorite food?
Well, you know, it in terms of local food, I think I'm one of the few people that actually profess their fondness for yam.
Yay, we are twins.
I love eating yam. My children, they say, what do you find in it? It's tasteless. I said,
no, it's
everything
not.
you eat with yam, it absorbs the taste.
Yes,
And
it
despite
responds to every mood.
everything, I love yam, you know.
Who wouldn't?
I love yam. You know, but the interesting thing is I don't like it pounded. I don't like it as pounded
Neither
yam.
do I.
You know?
We probably come from the same place.
Yeah.
We come from the same world.
There you go.
I mean, I don't mind it once in a blue moon, but
Yeah, I
that's
don't
not my
mind it.
favorite about yams.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
pounded yam is not a thing for me, but I don't mind porridge yam.
Vegetable.
You know, I don't vegetable yam.
Yeah. Roasted.
So, you know, even some, you know, a good nsala soup with yam.
Yes. Yes.
That's the rock.
Pepper soup. Yes.
So yeah,
favorite Nigerian music or artists?
Well, you know, there's so many people that are new. Part of the old school. I am very, very comfortable listening, and I enjoy it listening to Mike Ejeagha. You know, because of his storytelling, how it is so reflective of any situation, anytime.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a genre that always teaches. You learn from listening to it. You learn from the mood setting.
Quite entertaining too. It can be hilarious in nature.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's, you know, storytelling. That's what it's all about. So I'm one of those that believe that, you know, we've got to have a foothold in how things were to understand how things are and appreciate how things will be.
Man, what is Afam NS legacy?
I would like my tombstone to say, loved every chance to make a difference and did and took every opportunity to make a difference.
Wow. And that's what you would like to be remembered for?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ene, for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Been a pleasure hanging out with you. I hope you liked it as much as I did.
It's always joyful to speak with joy.
Thank you. Thanks to our viewers for tuning in. Stay tuned for more content. Okay. And I hope we see you again on the show for other segments.
But I need to commend you on the work you're doing, the path you're taking. To say, you know, it's, you know, every good effort requires initiative. Every initiative requires application, implementation, and execution. For you to be where you are now, I have no doubt that you have given it serious thought, and to have the tenacity and the comfort to step forward and pursue your own dream. I think that's how you contribute to life. Yes,
and I hope to make an impact.
There you go.
This is connecting multiple cultures, celebrating our Nigerianness, our ability to make a difference everywhere in the world we find ourselves, and to celebrate and uphold our heritage as Nigerians, because it's soon slipping away from us. Yeah. I know that a lot of us care, a handful of us, even though we live abroad, we still want to stay connected. We still want to stay celebrating, and we still want to hold those cultures that we were raised by. And I think there's nothing wrong about it. We are not perfect individuals or a group of people, but we work hard, we do our best, and we leave our mark on the board. Yeah. Thank you very much once again. Thanks to our viewers. Like, comment with your questions, and subscribe to the channel.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes. Have a blessed day.
We'll be in touch.
Yes.